about slipped out of there. Courtney on the ground.
You ready? All right. I'd like to call the Village of Mount Sterling Council meeting to order for November the 16th, 2023. Shall we do a roll call?
Yep, David,
Here.
Bill,
Here.
Joyce,
Here.
Becky,
Here.
Ross,
Here.
Andy.
Here. Obviously, Mayor Darlington cannot be with us this evening. She has some family issues, and we have her in our thoughts and prayers tonight. So, on that note, David, would you mind?
Lord, thank you for that day that you provided for us today. And Lord, be with all the families tonight, for all the children at Tuscarora High School, that awful tragedy. Tell them they're not alone this time, and they're in your gentle hands now, Lord. And Lord, be with our village tonight, in our council, and our mayor, and our law enforcement. And Lord, be with our country tonight. And bless all the United States. In Jesus' wonderful, wonderful name. Amen.
I pledge
allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I do not have a mayor's report tonight, so we'll skip that. President Pro Tem report, we've been busy this past week, so I'm going to let the results of that speak for itself here and also make some comments when we get into finance. I don't believe we have anyone signed in for public comments, which is a good thing, considering that sometimes they sneak in at the last minute, so there we go. And we have no executive session tonight. Do we have a sheriff's report this evening?
We do not.
All right. I know we don't have a law director's report tonight, and a village administrator has the night off tonight.
And I do have a report from him, though.
Wonderful.
Okay, so it looks like, I think everybody is aware that there was some repairs and water leaks over there on Chestnut. There were two. They have since been repaired. There was one water leak on High Street that has been repaired. And he wanted me to let everybody know that he was sorry for the inconvenience. Obviously, water leaks are not expected, but obviously it has been fixed and restored. He wanted to thank everyone who participated in the leaf pickup. And if you have any additional bags, because I know we've been giving out 5 at a time, if you weren't able to fill those, please still reach back out to Town Hall and call the extension 2 for the village administrator. And let us know if there are any other addresses that, still have bags out there that we would be gladly to pick them up.
That's a great report. And the only comments that I would have on that would be the one on High Street was pretty significant. So we appreciate everyone's patience around that. Chestnut was also involved, and your water was off for a little bit this afternoon, today, and into this afternoon. But High Street's was a main water line, which was a distribution line to the rest of the village, and it was really, really, really important and critical that we get that repaired. So thank you for everyone for working with us on that. We have no building and zoning, I believe, this evening, because we had a lot of that last time we met. Would you like to go ahead and do a fiscal report then?
Yes. Okay, so I think Andy will touch a little bit on some of our scheduled meetings that we've had over the past week. So I'll leave that for him. As you guys can see, that there is a ordinance on here to place the budget for 2024 on the first reading. As you know, this is not an emergency clause. These are always processed on the third reading or on 3 readings. So I don't have any questions. I think we all sort of addressed that in some of these work sessions. But I do have the October's bank reconciliation report. There were a couple adjustments on here for return checks in the water clerk department. But again, everything's been balanced. As we start to round out the end of the year, technically we really only have like a month and a week or so left in the year. I will be attending a few trainings and as well as doing year-end balancing, which takes a lot, and also preparation to start the new year at the time of January 1. So I will be somewhat busy on trying to get all of that stuff, prepared. That seems to be my busy time, but if there's any other questions for the public, please obviously reach out to me. As far as the financials, that's all that I have unless council has any questions or comments. I also wanted to mention We did this every year for the past couple years, and what basically is a motion from you guys at council is to allow the village employees to have the day after Thanksgiving off. But in the event that there is a water leak, there's an emergency, or they get called out, that is not a paid holiday for them. So they would be required to, service and also be present.
Regular time.
Yes.
Be aware of that.
So, this would be a motion to allow them to have the paid day minus holiday pay, because you get Thanksgiving pay. But this would be a motion to allow that day to be paid and not to report to work unless necessary.
Do we have a motion? Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you,
So
Bill.
it was Joyce, Bill?
Mhm.
Okay, roll call. David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes.
Okay, they'll be happy to hear that. I also would like to have a motion to approve the council meeting minutes from October the 23rd.
Have that motion.
Second.
Ross? Okay, I'll do a roll call. David?
Yes.
The revenue status report, the receipt listing report, the payment listing report, comparison of budget and appropriated, the cash summary by fund report, your reader report, and the bank reconciliation for October of 2023.
I'll give you that.
It's Andy?
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, I heard Becky and Bill at the same time.
Okay.
Bill?
Let her have it.
Becky?
Okay.
Becky? All right. Oh, Bill?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I do have several reports that we have not. Remember, we haven't sent these around the last time, so you guys do have probably a couple months of these letters to sign, and then your 2 bank reconciliations to sign. And these have already been passed and approved. They've just not been circulated. And I think that's it for my report. That's it.
Wonderful. Any questions for Courtney before we move on? All right, not hearing any, we'll move to finance. We had count them, two budget work sessions this past week, one on November 10th and one on November 15th. We went through the 2024 budget, I think you could say, with a fine-tooth comb, pretty much line item by line item. And as everyone knows, our budget was flat to down this year. There was no windfalls, there were no special gains. There was nothing that we magically came up with. So this was a matter of going through the budget, making cuts, moving money, small increases in some places and decreases in others in order to make sure that it balances so that we can get it to the state with every single fund balancing the way that it should. I appreciate everyone's patience as we went through that. It was not easy by any stretch of the imagination, but I think you could walk away and say we were able to keep some priorities in terms of both public safety and investments in longer-term infrastructure in mind with next year's allocation. Along those lines, we will have to pass some legislation this evening, as Courtney mentioned. We will do that on emergency in order to prepare the main budget to go on 3 readings. So I don't like doing emergencies, as everyone knows. I love to do 3 readings so that everybody has an opportunity for input. But this would allow us to go ahead and place the main budget on 3 readings so there's an opportunity for public input. On that note, our next regularly scheduled finance meeting will be December 6th at 2:30. And I appreciate everyone's heart and soul that they put into those 2 work sessions. And now it's time for us to get to work.
Blue, but it's there.
Thank you. On that note, I don't think we have any motions to make there, so let's move on to the Pleasant Township report.
Yes, we talked about winter preparation, getting ready for the township roads. Talked about the deer population on the township roads there. There's getting to be a lot of deer accidents on all the back roads there, and there was discussion about that. There was a ditch issue we talked about and paid some bills, and that's everything was covered.
Good deal. Productive meeting. Squad, Joyce.
Squad, yes, we have met, and we paid the bills as well. And, let me get my notes up here. Yeah, we met on 11/8, paid the bills. We had a couple of employees resign. Chief Taylor recommended we hire another applicant for part-time, and that was passed. Other than that, our next meeting is 11/8. Nope, our next meeting is whenever the second December, Wednesday in December
Second Wednesday in
is. I thought I
December.
wrote it down,
So
but
would-
apparently
I would
not.
think it would be somewhere around December the 15th, 12th, 15th, somewhere in there.
December 13th.
All right.
13th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's probably written down. I just didn't.
Fire, Ross.
First off, I want to congratulate the fire department and the EMS for the passage of their levies.
Yes.
Yes.
Very much so.
The fire department had applied for a BWC grant of $7,710. That was used for purchasing gloves, training gear, and hoods for the fire department. They're 63 runs ahead of last year at this present time. And that's about it. The next meeting I go to is November the 30th at 8 o'clock.
Wonderful. Water, wastewater. Joyce.
We will be meeting on November the 27th at 6 o'clock, but watch the website and watch for Courtney's emails to make sure that doesn't change.
Wonderful. Okay. Streets, Becky.
Yes, I'm gonna peek here. Streets. We did not have our regularly scheduled meeting a few days ago. Council meeting and everything was canceled that night. So our next meeting will be Monday, December the 11th, 6:30.
All right. Records retention, we did meet on November the 10th at 8 a.m., chawed through a whole bunch. I would like to thank our volunteer for already processing a good portion of our shred material as well as our historical material. So thank you, thank you, thank you for doing that. If you see totes around here, thank you. If you see totes around here, some of them will be empty, and that's a good thing. And I got asked the question of, well, we're almost through the room over there in the police area, old police department area. There's no more else after this, is there? And we said, oh, but there's more. There's the attic, and then there's an entire, unfortunately, there's an entire pod out at the service garage. So we got a lot to do, and if anyone wants to volunteer, again, come on down. Our next meeting will be Friday, December 1st at 8 a.m. Looking forward to it. It's always a good time. It's always a good time.
Andy, I'll just put a bug in your ear. The very next day, December the 2nd, is
Yep.
Christmas in the Village, and they'll be using this room. So I know I got to get all the park stuff out, and then,
Yep.
so we'll have to address.
Yeah, we'll move it around for sure.
Okay.
Put it down the hallway or something.
All right, nuisance abatement.
You missed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Parks.
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec, hold on.
It's okay. We got word a couple of weeks ago from our distributor about the playground equipment. We're installing those 3 swing set bays, and like so many things, there's a back order delay on shipping. So now it has been shipped to, I believe, North Carolina. It's in process to being shipped to Ohio. So now the new plan is they hope to be installing those the first week of December. So that's our new plan, instead of the week before Thanksgiving, which would be now. And then I also wanted to just get an okay on next year, the group that did our softball tournaments with the 22, 23, they want to come back July 5th, 6th, and 7th and host another large tournament, and they want to start promoting it now, so I wanted to get permission for that. And again, it will cost us nothing. Porta Johns, the Youth League won't be using the field, so it won't interrupt anything with them. They're done by mid to late June. So I just wanted to get everyone's acknowledgement that that's okay, that they run that tournament out there.
Go ahead and make a motion.
So I'll make that motion. Yes.
Okay, motion to allow,
The softball tournament, July 5th, 6th, and 7th at Mason Park.
second?
I'll s-
Go ahead, Bill.
Good, let Dave do it. Dave,
All right, we'll do a roll call. David?
Yes.
Bill?
yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes.
Okay. And our next meeting will be Monday, December the 11th at 6 o'clock.
All right.
can I add something to that too?
Oh, sorry.
So the bench that we
Oh.
have delivered, it will be delivered tomorrow, so there'll be another bench to be installed out.
Great.
Next week or whenever.
Great.
Yep, I just got word.
That's the one that the American Legion purchased for the park, so
Very nice.
that's great.
Okay, sorry. Now back in order. Nuisance abatement. Sorry, Joyce.
That's okay. We haven't met since our last meeting. We will be meeting again on November 27th at 5 o'clock. I would just like to say that, it's the holidays and people are out and about looking at lights and especially with the weather being as nice as it's been. Unfortunately, Courtney and I are going to have to get together next week. I hate to do that on Thanksgiving week, but we are going to have to get together and make some phone calls. We have some furniture sitting beside houses. We have some trash sitting next to garages, and it's not something that we just automatically tag you for. It's been there for over 2 weeks. So we cannot take the chance on getting vermins, whatever, in there. And so we are going to have to be making some phone calls next week. So don't be too surprised if you get a phone call. We'll work with you all we can, and we'll help you in any way that we can. So other than that, we'll just have our next report on the 27th.
Okay, looking forward to it. All right, safety block watch.
Haven't had a meeting yet this month, however, I do want to have one very soon, before Thanksgiving if possible. I gave all the members of the committee a couple months ago a copy of the sheriff's contract, and we need to go over it.
Good deal.
All right. Let's
So look forward to the
look
website.
forward to a
Yeah,
website
website,
update.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look forward to the website.
All right, planning. Planning has not met. We haven't had a need to meet. In theory, we'll meet the fourth Wednesday of the month if there needs to be one. Otherwise, there's no update to give on that. Zoning?
Nothing there either.
Okay.
Let's move on to trees. Well, I just wanted to let everyone know that we will be submitting our paperwork to be an official tree city on December the 1st. So Mount Sterling will become a tree city. We've met all the criteria. It's just a matter of getting the paperwork filed. We'll attend an event in April or May where we'll actually pick up our banners for town and get our awards. So we're pretty excited about that. And as Courtney mentioned, I think, we held our first leaf bag giveaway. Maybe that was Andy. I don't know who mentioned it. On the 6th. And we did pick up all those, I believe. But we have, we had great hopes that we would have a lot of people, and I know it was probably very short notice this time, and we apologize, but we do still have plenty of bags, so you can come to Town Hall and ask Misty or Courtney or the mayor, whoever's here can get you bags and sign you up for them, and then we can make sure that they're collected. But the whole purpose of, it's obviously to help you clean your yard, keep those leaves out of the gutters, but also we are starting a compost pile at the garage, and we will be feeding our newly planted trees with that compost. We will be planting perennials and trees, growing them so we can use them without any big expense to the village.
So becoming a Tree City USA city
Mm-hmm.
requires a commitment on behalf of Mount Sterling to plant a certain number of trees and also spend a certain amount of money per resident on green stuff, the good stuff, per year. And so this is a big step forward for us.
Yeah,
So
we
it's
have to hold an Arbor Day event, and
That's
there's a
right,
few other
that's right.
things, but,
We just held one this year,
yeah,
actually.
and it was awesome, and we've already started setting our calendar on the tree committee. We've planned next year's, and it's just gonna be a repeat of last year's, the same grade, so it'll be all new kids come in and get
Hopefully.
to take advantage of that.
Hopefully we get good weather for that and that all comes together, so that'd be great. All right, that's all for committee reports, so let's move on to ordinances and resolutions.
Okay, so this here will be on the second reading, as you guys remember at the last council meeting. This is a rezoning, just a reading. There will be, no voting, no discussion, no hearing at this time. That's gonna be scheduled for our next meeting, so, again, council members, this is just for me, just basically reading. And this is ordinance 2023-10, an ordinance for the rezoning of the property located at 15015 US Highway 62 Southeast for a R1 rezoning district to an OIP district. Again, this is just a reading, no discussion. Okay, so let's go into some of the votings that you guys have. Turn your microphone a little bit. Yeah, sorry, okay. This is ordinance 2023-11, an ordinance to make appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Mount Sterling, the State of Ohio, during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2024. This is on the first reading.
Do I have a motion to place it on the
You got
first
that
reading?
motion.
Thank you, David. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ross.
Okay, roll call. Joyce?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes?
David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Okay, passed on the first reading.
All right.
The next one is ordinance 2023-12, an ordinance amending ordinance 2021-07 on adopting procedures and methodologies for the payment of water and sewer bills and declaring this as an emergency. This would be a motion to suspend the rules.
Do I have that motion?
Can I make a quick comment about that? Just so no one's alarmed, that in no way raises anybody's fees. It's just a matter of when you start a brand-new account, so it would not affect any current users at all.
So to add on to that, I can say it from the financial standpoint, that it's just a reallocation of monies. So again, it is not changing rates, it is not changing new users coming into the village. It's just in the back underwriting department, which is me, it's just reallocating it from one fund to another fund. Okay, so it's just basically making it fair that water gets part of it and the sewer gets
Right.
part of it. So again, no
No
change in
increases,
that.
right? No.
Yes.
Not going to have to pay any more money.
No, not right now.
Okay.
All right, do I have a motion to suspend the rules for this
I'll
to be
make the
done on
motion.
emergency? Thank you, Bill. Is there a second?
Second?
Thank you.
Bill, Becky? All right, roll call. Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes?
David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
All right, is there a motion to place this on the first, second, or third reading?
Have that motion.
Thank you, David.
Second.
Thank you, Joyce.
Okay, David, Joyce? Ross?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes?
David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
And then finally, motion for passage. Is there one coming from the floor?
Motion?
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Bill.
Becky? Bill? Andy?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Okay, ordinance 2023-12 has passed
Okay.
on an emergency.
Thank you for everyone's patience in that.
Okay, so the next is a resolution, and this is Resolution 2023-07. This is a resolution authorizing Marcy Darlington, mayor or her designee, to enter into an agreement with Rumpke Waste Services for the village's solid waste collection and disposal. This is going to be placed on the first reading.
Have that motion.
Thank you, David. Is there a second?
Second?
Thank you, Becky.
David, Becky?
Mhm.
All right, David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes.
Okay, it passed on the first reading. Okay, last piece of legislation is a resolution 2023-08. A resolution authorizing the mayor or her designee to approve a pay increase for the following hourly non-exempt employees by the name of George Anderson, Joseph Hunter, Misty Vance, Stacy Backney, Jeff Martin for the Village of Mount Sterling and declaring an emergency.
May I,
Becky will be abstaining.
yes, may I have a motion to suspend the rules, please?
Have that motion.
Thank you, David. Is there a
David?
second, please?
I'll second.
Thank you, Bill.
Okay, Bill?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
I should go back. Becky, are you placing an abstain?
I'm
Okay.
abstain.
Sorry, I wanted to get it from
No. Yeah, Jeff.
voice. Okay, a motion to place on the first, second, and third reading? I'm sorry, I said that.
No, go ahead. Is there one from the floor, please? I need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Bill. Is there a second, please? Thank you,
Second.
Ross.
Oh, Ross got it.
Okay, roll call. Joyce?
Yes.
Becky?
Abstain?
Ross?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
And finally, a motion to approve.
You have that motion.
Thank you,
I'll
Joyce.
second.
Thank you, David.
Joyce, David? Okay, Bill?
Yes.
Joyce? completely messed that up.
You're good. You're good.
Yes.
Bill, Joyce, okay. Becky,
Abstain.
Ross,
Yes.
Andy,
Yes.
David.
Yes.
Okay, resolution 2023-08 has passed.
Roundtable. I do have one thing for roundtable. Since November 1st has passed, heating assistance will now be available to residents if you qualify. I highly, 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 highly recommend that you do this starting right now, because the heating assistance has to go by appointment. You have to actually like sign up and get an appointment. So you need to call Bridges Community Action Partnership or go online at bridgescap.org. You can get a hold of them at 937-772-9164. I'll leave this information out in the lobby as well. So get on it. Now's the time. We've already had a couple of cold nights, and we really, really, really encourage you that if you think you might need heating assistance, get out there and get it rolling. Roundtable for the rest.
We had a good turnout November 11th for Veterans Day. It was a beautiful day. We honored our World War II veterans, and there's only one left in the whole county. But he's 101 years old, so it was a great day for the turnout, and it was sunshine, and there's always something about, and also with Thanksgiving coming up, we all have a lot to be thankful for. We got a good place to worship and a freedom, which is also something a lot of countries would pray for. And there's a lot to be thankful for in this great country.
A great village.
I have a couple of things. I just want to let everyone know that this Saturday, the American Legion, the Ladies Auxiliary, and the Chamber of Commerce are all teaming up for our annual Community Thanksgiving. The phone number, if you want to call in to get a meal delivered, we'll deliver them anywhere in Mount Sterling and probably even within a mile of Mount Sterling. We used to go farther, but it's hard to get volunteers to do that. So if you're at work, we'll bring them here in town to your work. If you're at home, if you have one person, if you have 10, give us a call at the American Legion. It's 740-869-2795, and that is from noon to 2 Saturday, just 2 days away. And we'll have turkey and ham and all the fixings, and it would be absolutely free. And it's just, again, it's an appreciation to our community, and we just like to every year, prepare these meals and, see everybody enjoy them. So I know
Cool
we'll be
event.
there side by side shoveling mashed potatoes. So, and then I also want to mention, I know we'll have one more council meeting, but Saturday, December the 2nd is Christmas in the Village. It's 4 to 8 p.m. And at 7 o'clock, we've moved the illuminated parade back to 7 p.m. We do need more entries. It's been suggested the new mayor should probably have an entry in the parade, and
Is it pet eligible?
yeah, absolutely. Anybody can be in the parade. Yeah, well, it's a shorter parade. It just goes up and around and then right back out. It's a pretty short parade. And also, I do need council members, again, those who aren't in the parade, to step up and move the barriers during the parade. The sheriff will probably be behind them and in front of them, but we still need someone to put those road barriers back. So you guys will do that. I just want to let everyone know, so many great things for the kids. All these things are free that I'm getting ready to tell you. There's face painting, caricature drawings, there's a petting zoo, a candy tree, letters to Santa, reindeer food making, Make It and Take It. Now, Make It and Take It Gardens, there's a small cost. That will be at one of the locations. Santa will arrive and give candy out and be listening to all the Christmas wishes. The Nazarene Church is going to have a live nativity scene on Town Hall lawn again. We will have a holiday vendors market on Town Hall lawn under a heated tent, and also in the Masonic Lodge. So there'll be 2 different locations, and we'll have food trucks. And guess what, you guys? Guess who's coming this year? Schmitz. Oh, Schmitz is coming with their cream puffs, so that's pretty exciting. We also have the Good Food Dude is coming back, and Bubble Tea, Little Bear, I know it's a big favorite. The Youth League will be having some things too. And then, let's see here, I don't want to leave anything out. The businesses are doing Christmas trees again. Anybody can come into Town Hall and vote for their favorite tree that businesses have decorated, and then we'll have a silent auction where you can bid on those, and all that money goes to the community center. So that really helps them every year, and it's usually a pretty good little fundraiser for them. And then the mayor, I know, is going to sponsor a raffle. Hammer Time's going to have a chili cook-off. Anybody's welcome to enter that. You just have to have your entry in before 4 o'clock, because I think it begins at 4. And then we will have a $5 carriage ride going. Last year was $10. We were able to get the price down to $5, so we're excited about that. And we'll also have something new this year, a walking barbershop quartet caroling. So we're super excited about that.
Neat.
And then the tree lighting will be at 5:30, but there's lots of other things going on. But for all the details, can check out, trying to find where I wrote it.
The Chamber Facebook
The
page.
Chamber Facebook page, and she said you go to the event tab. It's Mount Sterling, Ohio Chamber of Commerce. You go to the event tab, and then Barbie asked me to just mention that please go on and share our event. We all have different friends, and it just makes it bigger and better every year.
And like it to get those, because she puts updates on those, so if you go onto the event, like it, so that you can get all the updates, because she'll be putting new things on there.
Yeah, and that'll tell you where everything is at. Also, I believe most of the small businesses downtown will have holiday shopping hours that
Becky, will
evening too.
both bands be there again this year, Westfall and M-Peace again?
I believe so. I know for sure Madison Plains, because my grandson's in it. But
That's very
I'm
good.
90, yes, Westfall will be there. I'm
Good,
positive of that. So it's going to be a really great day, and we hope that everyone will come out and take advantage of all the fun. That's all I have.
Other roundtable updates. That was a good update. Other roundtable updates. Nothing.
Sorry.
All right. Well, going once, going twice. If I'm not hearing any other roundtable updates, I appreciate everyone coming in tonight and getting some stuff done. And on that note, I believe we're adjourned.
Woo.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Dave, I'm gonna slide behind you here.
Let me see if I can, my phone work. We haven't even eaten yet. I started.